Hey, hello, good evening, and welcome to Questers of Yalpelor, Yalpelor, Yalpelor. Welcome to Questers of Yalpelor.
All right, good evening. Yeah. Welcome to Questions of Yalpelor. Questions of Yalpelor is a weekly online improvised adventure game comedy show. My name is Itamar, I'm your host and game master, and I've gathered 4 hilarious improvisers and actors from around the world to travel through the lands of Yalpelor with me. We have with us tonight Matt playing Grubble Bumblin Esquire, a quarterling bubblemancer desperately seeking to reclaim his family fortune. We have Jada playing Triss, a nebulous summoning who has only recently gained sentience, now gleefully exploring life in Yalpelor with their new friends. We have Talia playing Aklis Dorkmore, a traveling death knight with an ancestral sword and lots of family history. And we have Trent playing Dirt Hotbelly. His father is an angel, his mother is a volcano, and he's 100% half rock buddy. These players are here not only to play their characters. Part of the fun for me and the reason I asked them to play with me on this show is because I want them to invent and flesh out new details in the world, play other characters, segue into unexpected scenes, and all in all make my life as Game Master a little bit more interesting and chaotic than it would otherwise be. We're playing Macchiato Monsters, which is a D&D clone with an old school feel that I really like. Music is by Tabletop Audio, and the beautiful headshots or portraits of the characters that you see in front of you here in the main screen are made by Shani Grimm. This is actually the final or almost final version of all these characters, so feast your eyes. This is them in their full glory. Shani Grimm's Instagram account is linked from the Twitch channel description and from the YouTube video description, so you can go there, look at more of her art, and contact her if you want to commission more stuff for yourself.
And Loki the dragon definitely looks even more shiny.
So shiny.
Yes, and I would say suggestive, just a little bit, just something about something there.
Just the most suggestive of baby dragons.
Does it make you want to? Does it make you want to smash cookies?
All right, no, not there yet. We're not there yet.
He's not yet a salty.
I think we're ready for tonight's sponsor. Who has our sponsor for tonight?
Sponsor time!
Have you travelled far from the land of Ing and yet still want the delicious foods that you could find there? Well, you can try Quing's Quiches. If you want a tasty quiche, then go to Quing's Quiches.
Nothing I like more than a quiche in my mouth. Yum, yum.
It's all delicious.
What do they have in the land of Eve?
All right. Thank you very much, Matt and company. That was delightful. I know that I love Queen's Quiches, so I love to have them as a sponsor. We're ready to begin. Before we go into the episode, I'd like to say that you're actually watching what's going to be the last episode for the year 2020, because we've just had it with this year and we decided to take a break for the holidays. So next week and the week after that, we're not going to be on Twitch. We're not going to have new episodes for 2 weeks, and then we're going to be back on January 4th. Energized and ready to go for another year. So, this is somewhat of a special episode, I guess. Let's remember what happened last episode. After having put up an impromptu street performance that not everyone was exactly on the same page on, you find yourself in agreement, wanting to go to see the Seneschal Chesterling at the palace and tell him about what you discovered. On the way there, however, you were waylaid, or you just encountered a bunch of Girl Scouts who were selling cookies, who then turned out to be the Blood Scouts of Yakthiru, or some of the Blood Scouts of Yakthiru. Who are always on the prowl for new victims to do whatever their nefarious plans are. That's what happened, and I think we finished right at the end of the fight. Let us remind ourselves where you're standing right now. You're on Batter Hill. You're on one of the, not exactly the main street. It's a street of like a few streets away from the street leading to the palace. Yes, Jada.
Trying to hit something to say.
It was a question. I neglected to make you host, and I wanted to make sure that you can still share music.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. If I'm host, then it's fine. Yeah, I'll get on it.
I will give you those powers now.
Oh.
Also, you said. You're
So yeah, please do that, and
somewhere,
I'll.
but Rebel is not standing.
Ah, yes. Now it's.
And Triss is very like happy. Triss is also not standing. Triss is currently a ball, I think, caught in the head wound of like one of these little sad children things, like just
Yes.
utterly splattered in whatever this weird beetle-like juice is.
So let's remind ourselves. There were 6 of them, and you were surrounded by them. At some point, they started throwing many more boxes of cookies than it seemed possible that they could ever even carry on their persons. But they just produced them and started trapping you in them, hitting you with them, throwing cookies from that they grabbed from these boxes. Eventually, when you hit them, killed them, destroyed them, you realize that they're just a hard shell, like a cookie with some kind of gooey filling inside. Don't exactly look like a normal living creature. But once you hit them and smash them, they just stopped living and moving, just like any living creature would. Now you're standing in the middle of the street, surrounded by hundreds of kilograms of cookie boxes and broken, like smashed cookies on the ground, and the remains in different states of being like broken and torn apart to different numbers of pieces, each one of them, of these 6 creatures, these blood scouts of Yakthiru. Yeah, Aklis, do you want to say something?
I wanted to check if the cookie boxes actually contain cookies.
Yeah, Triss, you had something as well?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I also have something. I'd like to know how unconscious I am right now. On
Uh,
a scale of conscious to unconscious,
I
how
think
unconscious am I?
you are 80% conscious. Being dropped exactly to 0 hit points means that
That's
you
right.
weren't seriously wounded, and you eventually come to. You don't need special healing or something, but you're still
80% is
0.
pretty good. I'm at 60 right now.
So is there a way for us to discover if there are cookies in the box, whether or not they're poison? Because if they're not poison, Triss would like to feed Grabble.
So
'cause
whether or not they're poison,
Triss is pretty sure that food helps.
So being poison or not might be might be like a little bit more complicated to tell, but they're definitely filled with cookies. You see some of them, they're still from the fallout of the fight, some of them are still rolling on the ground, and you see cookies spill out. If you just go and open one of them, it has exactly what it says. This one that you open to check is chocolate chip cookies, and it has a dozen chocolate chip cookies inside the box. So yeah.
How could we discover if it's poison? Because Triss would like to feed
Eat
Grabble.
it.
Literally just. Oh well, Triss doesn't eat.
One way is to
Is there something we can roll to figure out if something's poison?
Or does Aklis want to eat a cookie?
No. I take a box of dark chocolate cookies.
Sure. Write down a box of dark chocolate cookies. Sure.
Is that what kind of a die is it?
Yeah. So it's a D8, and then
Alright.
when you
When I eat them,
when you eat them, you can get some healing according to the die type.
Okay, well then, if Triss sees Aklis taking a box of cookies, Triss is gonna open the nearest box of cookies and literally just shove one into Grubble's mouth.
Grubble, being mostly awake, do you eat it? Do you allow this?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Triss is shoving in my mouth, so I do, and then I guess once I'm chewing it, I realize what it is and just kind of force myself to swallow.
Okay.
It's good for you. It's good. You're supposed to. You get stronger. I think. How many hit points does he get?
Yeah. Roll a D6 and get this much hit points.
Yay! They're not poison.
No.
Who's rolling d6? You or Jada?
I think you're rolling the d6.
I'm rolling a d6.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
While that's happening,
Woo.
ooh, nice. There was one box supposedly of like mineral cookies, if you recall, that they were gonna give. So
There
Dirt's
was.
just kind of like lethargically. Dirt is down to one hit point, so Dirt's just kind of lethargically like looking for that one box of cookies that he can eat for similar sustenance.
Sure, have a D8 box of cookies with gems and rocks inside it. It's an actual cookie, but instead of chocolate chips, there's just like bunches of like little bits of metal and simple, like not very precious gems, but nice looking ones in different colors. And it's going to be a D8 for you as well. Specifically, you can eat that and gain sustenance. Other creatures probably cannot.
I'm just gonna eat it. Is like one enough to give me one? Like, do I have to eat the whole box to get the sustenance? Or can I eat like one and stow some away for later?
Well, you should roll on the box. and
It's
find
a
out
risk
the
die. It's a D8 risk die, which means that you can roll a D8 and you might even not use up any of like almost any of the cookies. It might stay a D8.
D8.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 means you gain 3 hit points back, and the risk die goes down to a D6. If you roll a 3 or below, you don't get a lot of healing, and also it goes down because you've used up a lot of the cookies. So write it down in your equipment as a D6 risk die. Cookies with...
Are they called minorials?
Yes.
Oreos.
In minerals.
And while you're doing this, you're picking up the cookies, you're eating some of them. Grubble, you're being fed by Triss. You got 6 hit points. That's awesome. You hear the running sounds of the guard, and around the corner, a bunch of them appear. It's exactly the same group of guards that you met on the street in Banner Hill the first day you went to the palace, and they're led by Timothy Guardsman, your friend from the palace.
The convenient surname.
They all have their weapons drawn, but then when he sees you, he just motions for everyone to stop, and he looks at you and he says, "What the hell?"
We got you some cookies.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't touch those cookies. Some of them explode or trap you or do nasty things.
What?
Do you think?
Yeah.
We already did the nasty things. The nasty things are done now. It is okay. And I take one thing.
Perhaps you're
toss
just
it away.
allergic.
I was like a wrecking ball.
Oh.
I take the box of white chocolate cookies that I've got, and I take them out, and I put them on the floor, and I stomp on them. And then
Break an ankle.
I stomp on them again. And then I stomp on them again, and now they're gone.
Yep. Until they're all just cookie dust on the floor, ground up cookies. You don't have to do that yourself, of course. We're gonna clean it up. We're just gonna send some gremlins some of our clean gremlins from the palace. It's fine, but I just want to make sure you're safe.
Oh, we're perfectly fine, thank you.
And
But you say perfectly. We're adequately fine.
Here, have another cookie.
I do not want another cookie. You just said some of them explode, Triss.
yeah,
But
maybe
you ate it and you felt better.
maybe you should step away from these cookies. And please, can you point to me where they were? Did they run away? Where are they? Did you
No, they're in this.
Oh no, we got rid of them.
got
We
rid of
destroyed.
them? Okay, that is very impressive.
Is that the problem? Do you want me to heal them and maybe bring them back?
No, definitely not. They're awful. They're a really bad pest we have here in the city. They just produce cookies that have all kinds of bad effects, and they just throw them on people. They trap people under cookie boxes, and sometimes they actually make people disappear. If they manage to cover you up with cookie boxes, some of people have been kidnapped and they just disappeared from the city.
You know, if they're a pest around the city, there really should be signs on notice boards and news in the papers.
Well,
If we'd known that, we wouldn't have given them money.
To be fair, we
I gave
haven't
them a
been
lot of
reading the
money.
papers.
doesn't know that.
It's hard to get information out to everyone in the city. There's lots of different creatures here. All of them look, some of them look very different to us, to any of you or me, and we try not to arouse suspicion in places where it's not absolutely necessary. But yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should put up
I
posters or
almost
something.
died.
Yeah, well, it's EMAG. These things happen. Not on Banner Hill usually, but you know, it's a big city.
Without breaking eye contact, Dirt's just going to eat another cookie, because he still is very low in health.
Yeah, sure. Roll the d6. Yeah, you got 4.
Minorials.
Okay. Looking at Dirt, a bit confused, seeing that he still keeps eating those cookies. He just like motions with his hands and says, "All right, never mind. Were you on your way to anywhere?"
Yep, we were off to
yes.
see. Oh, you tell him, Atlas.
Oh, we were just on our way to the palace to speak with the seneschal.
Excellent. So how about we escort you there? We'll send the gremlins to clean the street. We have lots of clean gremlins exactly for this purpose, and we will just make sure that you get there safely. Dirt.
Can I ask
I mean,
a
I see no need for that. We're perfectly capable of protecting ourselves.
Okay.
I do appreciate your offer, of course.
Sure. So I guess we'll stay here and just make sure nobody eats anything or takes anything they shouldn't.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many people is it between the seneschal and like the king or the queen or the Caesar, or what is it that you have that rules the EMAG?
It's the queen, and there isn't anyone between the seneschal and her. He's...
Okay, so he is like the number 2.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I should have worn something nicer.
Do you have other clothes?
No, I don't have any clothes at all, but you know, sometimes I wear a little scarf around my neck, like a kerchief.
It sounds to me like anything you wear will get burnt at the first sign of danger. Wouldn't it?
What? Why would you say that?
Don't you get really hot and spew lava?
No, I have it under control. And he starts steaming.
Okay. If you say so, sure.
You know,
sure.
Timothy, the one thing to do with someone who's got, never mind.
Got what? Got what, Grevel?
It's just, you're so great.
Thank you. Did you say grey or great?
Both great, and then I said a T on the end.
It's good.
Yeah, he is quite grey. One of the guards turns to Timothy
person.
and says, he is quite grey. Yeah, he's very grey. And Timothy says, yeah, all right, man. Spread around and make sure nobody gets into this this pile of mess. Let's try to see if anything here is still dangerous.
As we go, Dirt's gonna I'm assuming we're leaving to see the queen's, the seneschal, but Dirt's gonna look for like the most conspicuous and like poison, dangerous-ish looking box of cookies and try to grab it just in case they could be like hand grenades or something.
Roll wisdom.
Very wise, yes.
Sure. So some of the cookies that were used against you, some of them were filled with cream, and they were the ones that they tried to cover you with and glue you to the floor. And so that's one kind of cookies that you see. You can also see some cookies that seem like their edges are razor sharp. And maybe even another kind. You can decide what kind of cookies you find. You can take one box.
Okay. I will take the box of they've got these little they're in the shape of balls, and they've got these little like kind of like sprinkles on them, but the sprinkles are pop rocks. And so when they hit something, they make like a backpack sized boom.
Yeah. All right. Sure. So right now that you have popping cookies,
I do.
in your inventory, and they're a D6. Again, it's a risk die like most other equipment. It's a D6 when you use them. You're going to be using your dexterity to hit anything from afar, like to hit something when you throw them away at an enemy, and then the d6 is going to be the damage that's caused by the explosion. Yeah. Timothy waves goodbye, and you walk towards the palace. You get on the main street, and you see that here in Banner Hill, it's again just another normal day. It's in fact the same street that you emerged on when you surprised the people who were on the street, and the place where you ended up doing your street performance before. But now nobody remembers you or recognizes you. And again, it's EMAG. Things like that happen. People come and go of all shapes and sizes. And the street is getting quite crowded. But walking up to the palace is going to be very easy. So,
One thing I did
anything...
think, now we've sent Timothy Guardsman away, he was our fast pass to the Seneschal, wasn't he? So now we've got to walk up to some random guardsman and tell him that the Seneschal wants to see us, and we'll just have to trust he'll let us in.
Ooh, new guardsman.
Maybe this one will be called Jeremy Guardsman.
Ooh, or
I don't
just
think they're
Jerry
all
for short.
related.
Jerry Guardsman.
Are they all related? Is it a family business?
I don't know.
They all look the same, but
Maybe it'll be
well,
Gregory Guardsman.
Marjorie Guardsman.
So,
Marjorie, that's lovely.
Or Gunnery Guardsman.
do you walk up to one of the guards and ask to be let in?
Hello.
Hi.
Would you like a cookie?
She would not like a cookie. No, she asks if you want anything.
Hello, we'd like to go see the Seneschal, please. Urgent business.
Well, it's not so much that we would like to, it's just that kind of...
That's right,
That's
that's
the
true.
decision that we made.
That's true. We wouldn't like to go see the Seneschal, please.
All right.
He's
so
kind of a meanie. but
just
we have to.
turn around and walk away, I guess.
What?
What?
If you wouldn't like to see the Seneschal,
Right, we wouldn't like to see him.
He's expecting us.
he is.
Yes.
But
All right.
we don't like him, so but we have to go to see him because it was an order. You know when your captain is like, hey, do that thing you hate doing, and you're like, okay, and you do it, but with reluctance. That's how we are feeling.
So you're under orders to come see the Seneschal?
We would reluctantly not like, but have to see him.
Correct. By order of the Seneschal, let us in.
I didn't understand any of that. So how about I'll just take your name and I'll go and ask him.
You should
We're
have
the
had a
agents
cookie.
of
Yes,
chaos.
please do. Well, some of us are.
You're what?
And yeah.
If you say that, he'll know who we are at least.
That makes me wonder, what do the chaos people, if they give a directive, what do they call it? Because it can't be an order.
Disorder? It's a disorder.
True, I like it.
Okay.
Disorganized crime.
She walks into the palace. She walks in to see
Oh, we never got her name. Oh well. Maybe we'll get it when she comes back.
I'll ask.
It takes her a few minutes. Anything that you want to do or say?
I want to try and clean some of the cookie crumbs off myself just to make myself a bit more presentable. Use some bubble magic to clean myself up.
Sure, it's not going to be hard for any of you but Dirt, whose legs are still partially covered with hardened cookie matter, almost as hard as stone. Not quite as hard as your body, but still, it fills the cracks a little bit, and it creates a shell around your legs, which cracks and grinds a little bit when you walk.
Is there anything we could do to help?
Do you
Supposing
have
we shake you very hard.
Dirt will lie down and just say, "Jump on me."
Jump on you?
I mean, it's worth a try.
Would it not be better to chip away at it with something sharp?
Oh, here, Achilles, do you have the transformer?
Yes.
go for it?
No.
Maybe we could use your pitchfork, Dirt.
Okay. I give them the pitchfork.
Can I is there a bit at the top? Is there I can stick the blade of the
Like a
pitchfork
cast?
in at the top and pry it up?
What? I don't understand what you
Right,
described.
so
Just gonna...
it's like a cast, so it's around his leg. So there must be a bit at the top where it's the edge, and I want to
yeah.
stick the blades of the pitchfork in and try and
Yeah, so
wiggle it off.
it's not quite one shell, it's lots of pieces that are covering different parts of his leg. So you can just find little places you can stick the edges, the pointy edges of the pitchfork, and just use it as a crowbar to break it up. And by the time she's back, you manage to clear most of it away.
Perhaps if we...
I was just saying,
Perhaps if we
Lohi
dipped you
goes
in
down
milk.
and tries to... One at a time. Go ahead, Aklis. Sorry.
Yeah, Aklis.
Oh, just thinking, perhaps if we dipped you in milk, those crumbs would go away.
Nobody likes hot milk. Maybe, and Dirt goes... He can't really whistle because he has stone lips.
Yeah.
He tries whistling. And Lohi flies down and starts nibbling on the crusties.
Cool. All right. So together you manage to break apart most of the hard cookie shell, and there's barely any of it left. Just some annoying pieces deep in some of the crevices that are on your skin, but most of it is gone. And when the guard woman comes back, she looks disdainfully at the pile of cookie crumbs, hard cookie crumbs that are covering the floor near the entrance, the large gates to the palace. But instead of saying anything about that, she just looks up at you and says, well, surprisingly, he did say he recognized you, and instead of asking me to arrest you or anything, he just told me to take you into the palace. I don't see how that's funny.
It's funny.
Trish,
because
you had a
think that you
question
could
for
arrest
the nice lady.
I wanted to know your name.
My name
Is it Cynthia?
Oh, how did you know?
Oh, I have a good eye for a Cynthia. I could spot a Cynthia a mile away.
Well,
You look like a Cynthia to me.
well, so yes, it is Cynthia, but I
Trouble
hope
have
that's not
detected
kind of
Cynthia.
some kind of trick that you're trying to play on me.
Cynthia. Can
What?
I add this to my feats? I have detect Cynthia.
Can you call it Photocynthia?
Nice.
I'm having a hard time frowning as Cynthia, but yeah, she doesn't enjoy this conversation happening around her at all, and she says, "No, just follow me inside and try not to make any noise or any more mess when we're walking through."
I like your name, Cynthia, and I like your hat. And your hat's a lot like Timothy Garsman's hat, which is also really nice. And sorry, you said quiet? I can be quiet. I can be really quiet.
Thank you. And she starts walking. She takes you on the same route to the hall of the seneschal. And when you get there, he says to just let you in. So how about you just...
Right, happily, I'll open the door. Someone should really get that door looked at. It's making a
No,
little creaking noise.
That was me. That was Dirt doing the noise. Sorry.
Oh!
Practicing ominomy.
Matt, I think your microphone may be a little too low. Maybe if you could increase the gain a little bit, it would be better. All right. So so it looks about the same as always. he seems to be at work on something. There's now a large book open on the desk that you've seen before, but now he's actually leafing through it, looking for something. When you come in, his eyes light up and he says, "Oh yes, please come in. Please come closer."
Would you like a
Can
cookie?
A cookie? Yes. I often eat something sweet in the afternoon. Please.
You might not like these. They're made of minerals.
Made
Oh,
of
that one.
minerals.
Yes, that's the one I was going to offer. It's,
Well, no, I don't think I'll be able to ingest those. No. Well, maybe. Do you have any regular cookies?
I
I
have
did,
these
but
ones.
I did, but I smashed them all.
You smashed them. Okay. Was
There's gotta
that
be something in your pocket, no? Something kind of fell in.
Itamal, can I try and make out the title of the book he's reading?
Yeah, he invites you to come closer. The book is open, so you can't see the title, but you can get quite close to it. Again, maybe if you want to do it without him watching, it might be difficult.
Here, try this one, he says, and he's gonna give him one of the exploding cookies.
Okay.
Oh, perhaps it's best not to?
Trying to make a distraction so that you could do the thing you wanted to do.
Oh, I
Never
greatly
mind.
appreciate it, but perhaps,
No need for
I think-
distractions, young man. That's okay. That is quite all right. In fact, I am happy to see you. And instead of all these pleasantries, let's just get to business and tell me whether or not you
Why
have
does
any
nobody
information.
like pleasantries anymore?
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
All right. So, how about an answer to my question?
We found the life knights.
You did. That is splendid. Splendid. Come here. He leans on the desk and he produces a quill and a parchment and he starts writing down what you say. Basically, all of the details and information you're willing to give. Yes, young Grumble, please go ahead.
That's me. That is my name.
Yep, it is.
Grumble Verblin, and we found a life knight who voluntarily took us back to a house in the Berberbs.
Okay.
And we well, Tris, you wanted to say?
And they did things.
That's very informative, Tris.
Did
Bit more
things.
detail.
Good.
Well, you see, there were these painter people, and they were very interesting. And then there was a clock, and there was a gong, and then there was this giant horsey statue, and she started killing people. And then she showed me things, and I didn't like it. And it was confusing.
Wait. Go back to this stony horse person. Tell me more about what she did. She killed people?
Well,
Do it. You wanna take this one?
They had a party and they turned somebody into a tree, but he said it was fine. He knew it was going to happen, so I don't think that there's any problems. I think, look, we took them aside. We said, hey, listen, you are doing things that make the Seneschal mad, and we told them that you better leave town, and they said, okay. And they made like a tree and left.
Oh.
But just in case there might be occasionally one or two of them, but we solved most of the problem.
It's true. You know,
but
all
they,
it takes
they
is
know
some
now, so you
pleasantries.
can't.
Left Emag or left?
But the thing is, they'd stick a person in the middle of a circle.
Mm-hmm.
They did chaos magic. The person kind of died, and then a giant tree grew.
And you have trees everywhere. It's like treasure city.
They were tree born.
Treasure,
I would.
like a trick or treat.
Yes, I would prefer treason. And
Oh,
we.
good.
Are you gonna be a tree treamer?
Yes, we're going to trim all these trees. Yes, if you can just tell us where we can find them, as well as where is this house in the Berberbs?
Well, see, the thing is, we went in through a house in the Berberbs, but where we ended up wasn't a house in the Berberbs. So we went into a space that wasn't really. It was like a great big garden, but it was way bigger a garden than those houses in the Burbs have.
Right.
So and then we went
it was
out
about
through
the
a different door, and we ended up somewhere else.
So you're
it
saying
was
there's...
about the Burbs, and then we went to the Burbs, but then when we left the Burbs, we weren't in the Burbs, we were in the city.
We were in the Banner Hill.
Chris, do you remember that the two women that were trying to take our photos? The one was like, "Hey, look at me! Oh, everybody, listen! I am trying to move the sun."
And then the other one was like, "Oh, I'm an artist, and people should pay more attention to me and
you
move the
writing this
sun when I
down,
ask them
Chesterling?
to."
Yeah, there was a lot of different type of people at the party. Do you remember the bell, the gong, the bell?
I remember, and the bell was like, "Oh, you pulled on me."
Look, please, my friends, please.
And then
I
the
do
gay
not...
people in the house.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
looking
they like
for a
gay.
full list of everyone who attended this party.
Well, what are you
I
looking
thought you
for?
wanted
I thought you wanted us to
details.
expose them.
Yeah, I
were a
do
lot.
want you to expose them, and the most important detail is for you to tell me how to find those trees and how to find that house. We will
But
take
there's
care.
trees everywhere. You have a tree right outside the window.
What?
It's only 2 streets away.
Wait. Tell me about those trees. How do we recognize them? What kind of trees?
Well,
We'd
you
be
see,
happy
there's a
to
dead
show
person
you.
in it. Sorry,
Okay.
Nicholas.
Well,
Show you the closest one. That's nice and easy. And then, yeah, the door we found was somewhere near there.
Maybe it's easier if we tell you the trees that they are not. So it is not the oak. It is not the elm. It is not coniferous.
no, it won't be easy. No,
It is not
I've
you
thought
know.
about it, and I reached a conclusion that it would actually be much more difficult. How about the house in the Burbs? A street, an address, anything?
The thing with the
I
Berbers
believe
is it
we can
always
trace
looks the
our
same.
steps.
Yeah. Think so.
We can try.
All right. So he goes to a drawer in his large desk, a large drawer, a large wide one, and he pulls out a rolled up scroll and unrolls a map of the entire city. Quite a
As soon as he
detailed one.
as soon as he turns his back, Dirt looks at Aklis and like nods his head toward the book, and he'll go up to try to buy a little time and be like, "Oh, what is this? Is this your desk? It's a nice desk. What is it made of?"
My desk? Oh,
Yes.
It's made of a cherry wood. Thank you. I had it designed myself. There's a lot of storage space in this desk. It is very wide because I often peruse many books and scrolls and papers at
You're a
once.
very smart man.
I need to
Tell me,
place-
what is your favorite thing that you've read?
My favorite thing. Oh, well,
Is
it
he
was-
distracted enough to
Yeah,
buy
he is.
Aklis time? Okay, good.
Can I try and with the book? Yes.
So, let's roll dexterity for you, Atlas.
Do I get advantage because Dirk's helping me?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So instead of
Never
a fumble, you just get a 17. Thank God for advantage. So yeah, it's you walk and your armor. You're quite large. Your armor just scrapes against the side of the table and makes like a loud scraping sound of metal on wood. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, sorry, I was keeping you waiting. Let's all scoot over to this side of the desk, and I will show you. You will show me on this map where the house is located. Young Grumble, please step forward and show me."
right, okay, so I've got to translate the streets that I walked down once onto a map. It's not necessarily my strongest suit, but I'll happily give it a try because I know where Honey and Herman's shop was. And I can point to that on the map. So it's just the problem is lots of winding streets in the Burbs, but I think it's here.
All right. And just to be clear, Grumble, do you tell him the truth? You try.
To the best of my ability, yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So he marks it with a little dot of ink, and he says, "Thank you very much. Thank you. You have indeed been a great help for the Queen, the city, and the kingdom at large." And
What are you going to do with those trees? Is my next question. Because
well,
they are alive.
we will
But
find them. We'll
Well,
have
used
our.
to be.
They are alive, but they are of use to this horse statue.
Are you going to make a new desk?
Oh, that is a good idea. Maybe
There is nothing
I will
wrong
do
with this
that.
desk. This is a good. And I turn to Atlas and I'm like, try again. It's a very. Do these drawers? Do they open?
Does it have secret compartments?
Oh, there is more than one secret about this desk. Yes, definitely. But I'm not going
Yeah.
to show them to you
Oh,
because, of course, I need to keep a few cards close to my chest. But I want to say that I am indeed very happy that we don't need to make true some of my threats from our previous conversation. I never wanted to banish you or to do anything punitive. Really, my goal was just to see how you would react or respond to that kind of stimulus. And I'm very happy that you
Well,
responded.
we're not. We didn't like it.
We do not appreciate being manipulated.
You could just ask her nicely, just ask us if we are willing to do it before you
We
give us a direct.
we respond nicely to gifts.
And
To
pleasantly.
gifts.
Flattery would also help.
I might be able not to offer you not exactly gifts, but payment for work required. Some
Can I
tasks that
have your desk?
we might want your help with.
Right? We'd love some payment if there's payment involved. Yeah.
There is, yes, of course, both in services and access to resources, and in actual money, however you prefer it. This is actually quite exciting. I get to tell you what kind of tasks I would like you to do. It's been weeks.
Oh wait, what? Oh,
What?
we're doing more tasks, are we?
But this time it's something that we're hiring you to do. Let me explain you a little bit the situation that the Queen is
He's not
God.
going to pay us for the thing that we just did.
Oh, no, I thought that was something that we did in order to establish a relationship, a rapport.
Okay.
There seems to have been a misunderstanding. I am baffled as to how you would think that we would supply you with
Also,
our
we-
services without asking for any sort of payment.
We've also got somewhere else we want to be.
Somewhere else. Oh,
That's right.
People
Now
that
that we're
pay us
happy,
for the work
now
that
that
we
we're
do.
allowed to stay in EMAG, there's other places we want to go.
You are definitely free to come and go wherever you would desire. Okay. He leans back on the desk again, and he thinks for a few seconds. He plays with the hem of his jacket while he does so, and then he looks at you again, Grubble, and he says, "All right. If there was a misunderstanding, or if there is for any reason something maybe that would help you look more favorably on the tasks, on the requests that I have from you, maybe I could do it a little bit. I could help you be a little bit more satisfied with your previous engagement for us. Would you like payment in coins and valuables, or in equipment, or what would you like?"
I mean, I don't know about what everyone else wants, but I've got some pretty shoddy armor under here, and it's already fallen to pieces, and it got quite badly damaged doing favors for you. So new armor would be lovely.
I would like a salve or a balm or an ointment or something that we could use that when we have just a little bit of healing that we need to do just to make us, like a Neosporin or like a Vicks Vaporub or something.
Okay.
I want to know what the tisisms are.
Ooh, information.
Oh, yes, I can definitely provide this information, yes. And how about
That's
you,
what I want.
young Darkmoor?
Dirt looks to see
Coin
any
would
sign
be
of
great,
Ah, just good old coin. All right. Then, in that case, let me call up some people who will provide these things for you. However, you, young summoning, Trisistris, if I remember correctly, I can help you right now myself. You're looking for the Eticisms. Why, by the way, if I may ask?
No reason.
No reason. Okay. So you're not the only
Well, you
one.
see, okay, if you have to know, it's because I met Skip and he was really nice and we had a conversation, but then he ran away. And I want to say I'm sorry that I made him run away.
Skip. He's one of the lesser known members of the family, but they are, most of them, quite impressive, so maybe this young man impressed you as so many of them leave their mark on people that they meet on their way. The Ticisms are quite well known, both, one of those situations where a family is known for the trouble they cause, but often for being in the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the wrong time. Many people seek them, some of them for revenge, some of them to get favors or to learn things. So they are quite spread out. But I can tell you that I know about a location where some of them have been meeting to exchange messages between them. Some branches of the Ticisms live in different parts of the kingdom, and some of them have been meeting in an old mill that has been abandoned for about 15 or 20 years out in the country, and I can show you on the map where it is located. It is. I can't guarantee any of them will be there at any point in time, but I do know, and I have had people keep watch over that meal and seen some of them coming and talking to each other, exchanging messages.
You mentioned tasks earlier. You don't happen to have any tasks that are out in that direction, do you?
Of that mill? Oh, yeah, I might have some. In fact, I need to find that out in quite an exciting process that I get to do now. After many weeks, I haven't. He gets up. He starts walking around the desk and collecting little instruments and placing them on specific spots. You can see that on the surface of the desk, there's like markings that are. Where some of the instruments, they fit exactly on some of these markings, and when he places them, it starts looking as if it's a large installation that is made up of several parts that are not touching each other, but they seem to be pointed at each other so as like to create a certain shape. It's like a rectangle, and above it there's some longer like arms which seem to have little objects in them, and then you realize some of them represent some of the stars in the sky, the sun and the moon and some of the brightest stars, and the rectangle, when he places small objects inside it, you recognize that it's kind of like as if you're watching a map of Yalpelor, kind of like the map that you have, Dirt, in your backpack, and you're watching him place some objects on the most important features on the map, the tallest mountains and the largest, and Emag and some of the other cities and settlements. Then after he's done doing that, he takes a little box out of one of the drawers. He opens it and he spreads some dust on top of this rectangle. The dust falls down, and then it kind of stops. It's like it's stopping on a surface of glass, but there's no glass. It's just a barrier in the air that's invisible until the dust coalesces on it, and soon enough it covers this rectangle. Like there's like a dome above it that touches the corners of the shape and is covering it, and he starts drawing shapes on this dusty surface with his fingers. Runes that maybe some of them, Grubble, you can recognize. Go ahead and roll intelligence and get advantage because of your trait.
Intelligence with advantage.
Yeah, so this is divination magic. It was one of the most boring but well-regarded fields of study in Magglehampton when you went there. Like all the driven like to achieve boys and girls, all the students who wanted to get good jobs and to get like in good places in the kingdom and high salaries, they went to learn divination. But honestly, all they did there is just learn to repeat the same rituals and spells over and over again. He does this divination magic. And this divination magic is on all of Yalpelor, all of the kingdom, you realize. And then he discovers some things. So let us discover together what kind of need there is in the kingdom of Yalpelor for you, which might or might not be in the direction of the mill where the Tisisms meet that he told you about. So, how about we'll go in order, starting... Let's start and go in reverse order and start with Trent. Roll 2d6, please.
7.
7. Actually, a 6 and a 1 is the important thing.
Oh.
So you get a 6 and a 1. And yeah, he looks through these runes, he looks down at the surface, and you see shapes starting to form in the dust. Inside the space, inside this dome, shapes start moving, and there's like little ghosts and forms. Some of them look like buildings, some of them look like people or animals or like a rider on a horse or something like that. And they move and they turn from one to the next and create weird shapes that it's kind of hard to see. But at some point, one of them suddenly stops and creates a clearer shape. And he says, yes, there is an artist. Yes, and let's go with Talia. Talia, go roll 2d6, please, and tell me what the result is.
2d6?
Yep.
Alright. 4 and 2.
4 and 2 is excellent. 4 and 2 means that he says, this artist, I'm not sure exactly what his art form is, but he's being harassed. He's being attacked by unknown figures. We're not sure exactly who they are, but there are 4 of them, and they seem to be quite capable. Yes, they want something from this artist. He lives. Let's see where he lives.
So is this happening perpetually, or is this going to happen in the future, or is it happening right now?
It is happening now, but there is still some time to intervene. He is being either attacked or harassed or something like that. And let's see where this is happening. Jada, roll 2d6.
Natural 6.
2 and 6.
A 2 and a 6 means that... it happens in... a remote... this is in the dust around the figure of this little poet. You see a large square shape, and it seems like there's like one little window in this shape through which you can still see the form of the artist, the poet, inside. He has a pointy hat, and he's writing a poem on a little table that's right by the window. Yes, he's writing a poem. He is forlorn and forgotten in a remote prison. Yes, he is imprisoned himself right now. This is why he cannot get away. Now let's find out. One last detail about this task. Matt, roll 2d6.
A 4 and a 3.
A 4 and a 3. Yes, it is a prison that is run by demons. Yes, there are demons. They are running this prison. They have imprisoned people who have wronged them in some way. And this poet, he has been there for quite a while. He is important to Yalpelor. If you break him free and deliver him here, then we will compensate you handsomely. Yes.
So, wait a minute, because it sounds to me, isn't the prison something that you do to keep order? And even if you want us to go and break into the prison, isn't that kind of like chaotic and taking away the order of the place?
The thing I think is, we're the ones who do the slightly more chaotic jobs. He's
But how
got
does it
guards
keep
for the order. He's got
I
guards
don't
to do the order things.
Your friend is quite correct. Yes, Grumble, you are exactly onto what I was deliberating whether or not to get into these details with you.
That's me, Grumble Burblin. Good.
Yes. The Queen needs you not just because you are capable with your swords and your fists and your magic, but because you are not as your wrecking ball forms. But not just because you are capable. The Queen has an army and some capable fighters of her own, but you can go and do these things without the Queen's uniform. So this is why I'm sending you to do that. And if it was just a poet that was imprisoned, I would not have asked you to do it. It is the fact that he is being searched, looked for, maybe even hunted by these four evil beings, which is of consternation to me. Is that clear enough, or do I need to get into more details?
I mean, it just
What is the name
seems
of
a
this
little
poet?
silly.
Sorry, yes, Dirt, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's just, I just, my stomach is fine. I ate too many of these cookies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Atlas was saying something.
Yes,
Oh,
Atlas.
I was asking about the name of this poet.
The name of the poet. Oh, well, unfortunately, this divination did not provide me with the name of the poet. Of course, I know
I see.
of the prison that it pointed me to. I can show you where this prison is. I can show you exactly how to where it is on the map. But
What kind of poetry?
That would be helpful.
yes,
What kind of poetry do they do?
what kind of poetry? Well, I would guess if he's in prison for a while, it's probably tragic poetry. Probably quite sad poems.
So not like a limerick or something.
Oh,
I
maybe
get
if he
very
kept
sad
his
when I
spirits.
read sad poems.
Yes. So that is the first task, but I see already another one shaping, another one is forming, and yeah, the dust is swirling and forming more shapes inside the installation on the desk, and let's do it in the other way now. Matt, roll 2d6.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm on Twitch. Go. Four and a 2.
A 4 and a 2. A 4 and a 2 is a craftsman. It's a craftsman. Look, he is carving and preparing bows and arrows. Yeah, that is his profession. He is a bowyer. Let's see what is the trouble exactly that he is facing. Jada, roll 2d6.
1 and 3.
1 and 3 is ooh. Oh, this is interesting. This one seems to be a bowyer which has drawn the attention of the gods. The dust in the
Of the gods?
Yeah, the dust in the divination spell kind of like makes different shapes of clouds above the bowyer. These clouds take the
Tris
shapes
pokes at
of
a cloud.
faces. Jada?
Tris pokes at a cloud.
Oh.
I'm getting a bit of background noise. Is that coming from the divination?
There is some scraping sounds. Maybe it's from his
Oh, that
desk.
might be me making a paper hat.
So probably it is. So everyone looks awkwardly at Aklis with a piece of paper in their hand, folding the hat. That was actually quite an important scroll, young Doc Moore, but yes, you can have this now.
I'm terribly sorry. I tend to do these things without noticing. I put it away.
All right. So yeah, she has drawn the attention of the gods. She for some reason they have taken notice and they want something. I'm not exactly sure what they want. Let's find it out. Natalia, roll 2d6.
Right. 2d6. 3 and 1.
3 and 1. Oh, yes. It is a feather. A feather that she has acquired and is intending to put on a decorative arrow. However, this feather, unbeknownst to her, is important. And the gods are waiting to see what will happen with this feather, which is bound to draw attention to her. She actually does not know the path she's on. She does not know the danger that is expecting her. But if she uses this feather, this important one, to just make an arrow out of, it will indeed cause trouble. And more than one of the gods above are awaiting to see what happens, awaiting their time to act. And now let's find out where she is with 2d6 by
More than one god, that's no good.
3 and 3. 3 and a 3 is...
It's God/S for God or gods, plural.
Gods, more than one.
Oh no.
Yes, more than one gods. Roll again. No, this one is in location inside the city. I don't want that.
5 and 5.
5 and 5. I want somewhere that is outside the city, and that will be a...
On Monopoly, I'd be double and up all the
Ooh.
time.
Apparently, she's in a well-groomed forest. Actually, it's...
Well-groomed forest,
Yeah,
very nice.
well-groomed forest. This is the royal forest, the queen's forest, where the queen's father, the late king, used to go and hunt when he was younger.
You say well-groomed. Is it like a situation like it's still a forest, but it's also a bit gardeny in that it's, all the trees are very well, they're in shapes.
So, there's gamekeepers and forest tenders and some druids who are keeping this forest healthy and nice to walk through. There are not too many dangers and plenty of sunlight in this forest. We are very proud of the state of the Queen's Forest.
I think I've heard of this forest. Isn't it sometimes called Tsirof?
Called what?
Tsirof with a T.
Tsirof.
Tsirof. Tsirof, yes, it is. That is the name of the forest, indeed. So Tsirof is where this boyar is right now. Hopefully, she doesn't leave very soon. She will stay
No
there
more
for long enough for
please.
someone to find her. So yes, I think that is all that the divination spell is revealing to me right now.
Do you have
These-
my balm?
Yes. I will send for it in just a second.
These
But-
places, they're on the way to the old mill, the Ticism mill.
One of them is, so let's roll. Matt, go ahead and roll a two-sided die, also known as a coin.
2.
So the second one, the forest with the boyar and the special feather and the gods, it is exactly, the mill is just right on the other side of this forest.
Great. Well, if we're going that way anyway, let's head to Tsirof.
Tsirof!
So you will go
Do we know
to,
how far it is?
sorry?
Do we know how far Tsirof is?
Oh, it is just a 2-day as a walk, comfortably.
Can we
for
have a
even.
horse? Or a
But
map?
first we have to go to the Ticisms.
The decisions are the other side.
Well, young Grumble wanted to go to the mill that I told you they often use to meet up. And yeah, that mill is on the other side of the Tsirof forest. Okay, good, good. So I can expect you to go and investigate the Boyer and her actions? Yes?
What do you think, guys? Friends? What do you think?
Let's have a group huddle.
All right.
Group huddle.
I will go and consult my tome that I was in the middle of reading. And he goes to the other side of the desk and continues reading his book.
Atlas, I noticed.
Does he pick up the book? Can I see the title?
I don't think he does. I mean, it's a heavy book, heavy tome on the desk. I don't see why he would want to pick it up.
All right. Okay.
Just to...
Atlas, I noticed when I said, should we talk about it, friends, you didn't object to...
Oh, sorry, I just completely missed that. Of course.
No, you
Oh.
can't take it back.
Colleagues.
Oh, for a second I thought you were
No
starting
back.
to warm up to us.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Right, well, there's still time.
Of course.
What do we want
Triss
to
rubs the top of Aklis's helmet where they are from their shoulder to try to warm Aklis up.
Okay.
Because they don't understand.
What do you think? What do you think, friends? Tasks?
I still don't know if I like the Seneschal, and I don't know if we should be working for him.
Well, go on, Atlas.
Oh, just wondering, did he say what he was going to pay us for these tasks?
No, not yet. Just that we'd be
Right.
compensated. I was just going to say though that the one with the Bower. I mean, if she's angering the gods, I think it might be a good thing to do, regardless. The other one, the one who's in the prison, it's like, well, you're in prison, probably there for a reason.
I was going to say I do not also like the Seneschal or really kind of trust him, but it is the first time that since we've been adventuring that we really found like a steady stream of things to do. So I feel like maybe at least it's a good opportunity to like explore one or two of those ideas.
Right, okay. We'll just ask him what we're going to get paid in, and then I reckon that's a yes from all of us. No, Triss?
Yes, it depends on what he's offering.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Chesterling, sir, as you're reading your great big tome. We're up for taking this task with the Bowyer. We're curious about pay.
Aha. So there is always money in the vault, and you can get paid in coin. More than you will be paid right now for the previous task you did for me. There's going to be handsome pay if you want to.
Very nice.
However, there are other options. We have good blacksmiths here in the castle. We have good craftsmen of all kinds of all sorts that can maybe prepare equipment for you, specialized or personally tailored. We have a court wizard in case you want to consult Grumble, and you can have access to, or maybe some time with him to learn. So access to all of our resources, really, which are quite significant.
Right. Well, very nice. What do we
Can
think?
we have like a horse and a cart, or like some flying broomsticks or something, so that we don't have to walk?
Sure.
Quite like walking.
A cart and a
maybe,
horse.
like a map.
A cart and a horse are very easy to provide. You will get a cart and a horse.
What about
and,
like a badge or like a scroll from you that says we are working for you if we get in trouble, maybe so that we don't get arrested?
I think that's exactly what
That's
we're
a
not
very
getting.
good idea.
That's a great idea.
Again, young Grumble has it exactly. It is the one thing that we would like not to happen.
Okay, but just saying, if we get arrested and we have to kill the guards, your guards, the ones that you want to keep the order, if we have to kill them so that we don't get arrested, and hurt or whatever, just, that's on you. Dude.
We'll do our best to run away, though.
No. Lethal force.
Well, maybe you could give us.
Is that a
like
lethal force
like a
or is that
sign.
lethal force? Lethal? A lethal force or lethal?
Little force.
Lethal. Like
Can
the
you say
bread.
it for me again, Dirt? Which was it?
A big amount of dying force. The pain.
So
and
not
the
not a
death.
little force.
No,
Not little at
The
all.
needle is force.
I don't do many things in a subtle way.
So it's not like that shop where you can buy foods from countries in the northern.
No, I do have some
lethal
lethal weapons,
lethal
but they are
force.
not lethal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lethal weapons. 4. Okay.
It's just a lethal door.
Do you have any little lethal weapons?
No, just the big ones.
Okay.
So how about the
is it
horse?
because is it because you want to roll the die hard?
Yes, that's exactly why.
We'd like to not die.
Right.
No, but you have to roll the die to die hard. Wait. Now I'm confused.
I can see that maybe you would like to continue discussing strategy with each other. I don't want to interrupt you from doing that, so let me just provide those things that you asked of me before, and the horse and cart, so that you can drive comfortably there,
And
and
the map.
you can be on your way. It is
nice.
getting a little late in the day, so you can leave tomorrow if you want, but please don't leave any later than that, because if the divination spell taught me, if I learned anything from experience about these divinations, then haste is somewhat necessary here.
Right. You might want to send someone else to go help that poet then.
Why are you saying? Oh, to the poet, you mean? Yes.
Well, we won't be there for at least 4 days.
I understand.
Haste.
It is true. I might end up sending someone from the Queen's army. There are some agents that could be sent there. It just so happens that there are no capable agents that are unofficially recruited to the Queen's cause right now, except for your group.
Except for us.
Yes. So
Very
I
capable.
won't-
You gave us a quest. We did it in a day.
But we are more
Less than a
like
day.
free agents.
Right.
Are
Except
we like contractors now?
we're not.
Do we get benefits?
Yeah, there's
free
great.
agents, but not free.
Do we get dental?
What is dental? What does that mean exactly?
Nothing.
That's a
Just
no.
heard it somewhere.
Okay. So, yes, I know you've probably noticed that this is not exactly something that we do a lot. I think that if you carry out these tasks, or this one, and then maybe a couple more in the future, there's definitely place to talk about having you formally recruited as agents of the Queen, agents of order in Yalpelor. Of course, this is still in our future, but if you do, you can have access to a lot of resources to do quite impressive things if you would like to. Think about it while you go out on this task, and I hope you return with this the answer of exactly what happened there, and with everything resolved to the best on the best side. Yes.
Why are you having us do this? Don't you have all the guardsmen, you have all the people, you already have all the why us?
I do not exactly have all the people. Everyone, or most people in Yalpelor are just normal townspeople or farmers or craftsmen going about their days. They will not be capable of carrying out such tasks. Honestly, when I heard about you for the first time after the kerfuffle at Guttown, I thought maybe I could get to know these characters. Maybe I could understand if they are really capable of going down into the sewers, getting an artifact from there and carrying it back up. Was it all by luck, or are they able to do that because of their abilities? I have now come to think that you do have some impressive skills.
We do.
Yeah, most
What do you
likely.
have? A book?
A book?
He did a very good divination spell. It's quite fancy.
Yes, I am an adept of divination. It is the most useful of all forms of magic.
Oh, all right, here we go again.
Have you seen this one? And hang on. Dirt is going to try and use Aminamini for intimidation by
Oh no.
swelling himself bigger.
It's like a shadow that makes you look like you're twice the size.
Yeah.
So, do you have that spell?
No, just intimidation, but I don't know what that means, so.
Sure. So you're casting a spell without having learned it and
Which
trying
Aminamini-
That always goes
It-
great.
to perfect it.
Yeah, exactly. The most chaotic of all of the magic.
So let's start by deciding how much it's gonna cost. It's not too much. Let's say just to be scary and intimidate someone, 3 hit points.
I have intimidation as 2 HP.
Oh, you
It
have
doesn't
intimidation.
yeah, but it doesn't specify what type of intimidation. So this is the form I'm choosing to intimidate.
So that's okay. No, there's no problem. It can look different every time you cast it, as long as it's meant for intimidation and it's something that Aminomini can achieve. And making yourself larger and more threatening is definitely something that's in line.
He's also going to try to make his voice sound like his mother's voice, like the Seneschal's mother.
Oh, the Seneschal.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Let's roll. Spend 2 hit points. You can use your faith die to fuel it if you want to.
No, I'll use my own body.
All right.
Worth it. All right.
Pay your own hit points, 2 hit points, and roll wisdom.
No.
Yeah.
That's a failure. Now, even though usually when you fail, you can choose to roll on the Chaos Surge table. Oh, actually, no. You know what? Yeah, you can choose. Do you want to roll on the Chaos Surge table to maybe hope to power the spell anyway?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course. The answer is
That's the most
never
fun.
no. So let's open up.
This person just gave us the job.
Otherwise,
but
no, this is just like a friendly, it's like,
Sure,
oh,
sure.
it's a spell off, right?
Sure.
Here's the Chaos Surge table. Let's see how friendly it ends up being after you roll with
D12.
D12. Yeah.
8.
Dirt,
Lack
dirt,
of
dirt.
control.
Your magic has a negative and annoying side effect.
So, do I?
You
So,
are you're trying to make yourself larger and more intimidating. Instead of that, what you're doing is making yourself smaller and everything around you darker. And you change your voice instead of to his mother to what you think his mother sounds like, which is totally wrong. So yeah, go ahead. What do you say after you?
Hey, son. Ooh, it's me. I'm your mom. You're a naughty boy. Ooh,
Stacy's mom has come to Yalpelor.
Seneschal's mom's got it going on. Baby.
Oh, okay. That is a very nice demonstration. Yes, this is the kind of capability I want you to use to demonstrate when you go carry out tasks
it?
for the queen.
The enemies will never expect it.
Yes, yes. How about you, Grumble? You wanted to say something about magic? You are
No,
also a
it's
magic
just-
user.
I am. It's true. It's just you made some remark about divination being the best, and it's you're entitled to your opinion.
I mean, measurably, of
Right,
course, it
Bobby.
gets the best results.
Measurably gets the best results.
What is your field?
He's a bubbler.
A bubbler?
Yeah.
I do bubblemancy.
Bubblemancy. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. I'm sure you get lots of pretty, very pretty
Yes,
bubbles.
yes, all right, all right.
Yes,
Yes, I've heard it all before.
Yes, I'm sure. Maybe if a parent would say something like that in time, maybe it would save you some of the time and money it took you to learn bubblemancy. But yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure if you infiltrated the Life Knights, you will be able to carry out this task as well. The forest is simple and safe enough. All right.
While we're gone, be sure to eat all of your porridge and take your vitamins.
I will, Mother. Yes, I definitely will. I will. And he comes closer to you, like he walks up to you and he gently taps your shoulder and says, "Thank you very much, Mother. Thank you. I am sufficiently convinced. Definitely. Yes.
I am very strong and powerful.
I think I will get back to reading my book now.
Right, we're
What
off.
book is it?
Oh, it's a storybook, Candle and Lantern.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it like a bedtime story? Is it like the stories that we used to tell ourselves to go to sleep about how one day we would find a family?
Didn't think you slept, Tris.
It is.
Well, no, but you know we pretend while everybody else slept. Because the endemics sleep, we just don't sleep. So we talk, or we read, or we stay still like this.
Okay, well,
What about
we'll
my
go-
ointment?
Oh, that's right. My armor as well.
Yes. Okay. So,
This is Cam.
unless you have anything else to say to him, he will lead you out and then call for someone to lead you out of the palace and give you what you need. You want better armor?
That's right. What I've got is a gambeson that's
Yeah.
fallen to pieces.
Yes. It's first of all, someone can fix that for you because it's just a gambeson. It's just like attaching it and sewing it back up. It's not going to be hard. So by tomorrow morning, you can have your gambeson fixed. And is it a D6 armor?
It's originally a D6. It's down to D4. I'm
So
just
you can
thinking.
get it back up to a D6 because somebody is.
I'd rather have something a little tougher
Yeah. So.
because I've almost died twice already.
Right. Actually, more than a D6, I'm not sure is going to be very comfortable for you because it's more than a D6 is like going to be a chain shirt or like a chain hauberk, or even like plates of armor
Oh no.
on your chest.
Yeah,
and
that's
your
all a bit.
shoulders.
That's a bit much.
I think it's a bit much for you. I think a D6 armor is probably the most you can do and still cast spells safely.
For now.
So you have your Gambazon fixed up to D6. That's definitely possible.
Okay.
Maybe instead of the armor, you want to ask for something else?
I'll have to think about it. Deal with the others, and I'll come back to you.
Sure. Triss, you got your information about the Tisisms. Aklis, you get a bag of gold. Write down
Cool.
a D6 worth bag of gold coins.
Okay.
And Dirt, you asked for a healing salve, and you get a D6 worth of healing salve as well. Remember, it's all a risk die. When you write it down, it's a D. It's like the delta. Choose the delta icon. It's a risk die, which means that when you use it, it's slowly gonna run out. Right. Matt, do you want to tell me what you want, or do you want to do it
Yeah,
off screen?
just in terms of if I'd like to avoid being hit a bit more. Is there anything that can make me a bit faster? Because at the moment I don't. I'd quite like some speedy trousers. I don't have any. My trousers are just kind of ordinary trousers.
I don't
Anything-
think they'll give you a magic item just yet. That may be a reward for a more difficult task, like the one you're going to do now, or maybe another one down the line.
Or maybe a potion that can make me faster once.
Ooh, a potion? Yeah, sure. So, D4 potion of
Right.
of haste.
Great.
Yeah, you can.
Sounds nice to me.
It makes you quicker and capable of doing things super quickly for a limited time, like one scene. All right, excellent. You all got your rewards for the previous job, even though he didn't intend on giving you them. You got 2 randomly generated tasks, and you chose one of them. And yeah, I think next time when we return, we will be after some time has passed. If you want to do more things in the city of Emag before you leave, please write it down and have it prepared for next time, because we'll probably do it like out of character and just advance as quickly as possible to go into your next task, which is, by the way,
Wait, so when are we playing again?
It's going to be January 4th. That's going to be our next
Aye.
episode. We're going to open up 2021 with a new quest for the Questers of Yalpelor. And yeah, that's it for today.
Let's get
Can't wait to
questions.
Exactly. Can't wait to see all of you in 2021.
Yeah. I want to say thank you very much for everyone who joined us. I want to say thank you to the Questers. I don't know if you've noticed, but some of you are longtime viewers might have noticed. Some of them are in different places, different time zones. Some of them have natural light coming in. They're all in different parts of the world.
I made a boat.
Doing Talia made a hat that's also a boat, and really they're just being super
Sad.
no,
And
dedicated.
it's been an absolute pleasure to
Dedicated
work
to
with
the
you.
show. So thank you,
Yeah.
Matt, Jada, Talia, and Trent for being awesome.
And thank you,
and
Inamar.
yeah, when we're here on January 4th, it's going to be the same time, same place, 7:30 Central European Time, 8:30 Israel and Finland. And until then, enjoy the holidays if you're celebrating. Play hard, stay safe, and we'll see you after the holidays. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.